Good morning. This is April the 10th, Wednesday, 2024, and we are beginning the second semester of Compulsory English class from today. So as you can see on the screen, I have a PDF file that is a compilation of your second semester courses. Last year you had difficulty because we had to find out individual lessons. Many times you complained that you were not able to find out the texts and you had difficulty reading. So this time there is a compiled version of, I guess, all the texts together. So what I will do today is I will take you through the curriculum, or we will just review the curriculum. Just a minute. And see what is there. So as you can see the course code, it is 102. For first semester it was 101. Then let's read the course description. That's important because course description gives a better view about the nature of the course. So it says the course contains literary readings organized under 5 themes. So as you can see, the characteristics of this course is, you can see there are literary readings. And when you say literary readings, literature is different from, let's say, day-to-day language, in the sense that in day-to-day conversation, day-to-day communication, your aim is to convey information. In day-to-day communication, language is used to convey information. So, for example, if you read a newspaper or social media, you will see that the purpose of writers over there is to convey information to people, right? Contrary to this, in literary writings, the primary purpose is not to convey information. The primary purpose is to appeal your emotions. The major difference between the language used in literature and the language used in non-literary writings is that non-literary writings like newspapers, for example, they aim to convey information. They want to inform you about something. A bus fell down the highway. Information. Whereas the aim of literature is to appeal your emotions. Right? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're from this class?
From now.
Okay. What's his name? Does he belong to our class? Okay. Okay. Now, see, literature appeals your emotions, right? And it does 2 things. It educates you, or it instructs you. Instruct means to tell what is right, what is wrong, how to do things in life. First. Second, how does it educate you? It entertains you. That's why when you feel boredom, you might like to listen to a song. You might like to watch a movie. You might like to watch a comedy or any tragedy or a drama, play, anything. So, literature entertains and educates, whereas non-literary writings, they inform, right? The primary purpose. Another difference is that in newspaper, for example, language has a referential use. For example, if the Kathmandu Post has a news like the height of Mount Everest has changed. It used to be 8,848 meters, and now it is 8,850 meters. Now this is reference. In referential language, when you use language for reference, you are writing here, and you are referring to something outside the text. You are referring something outside the text. For example, we are here and we are talking Mount Everest outside this classroom. That is called a referential use of language. It is also known as scientific use of language, right? Whereas in literature, writers make emotive use of language. And the difference between referential use of language and emotive use of language is that, look, emotive use of language draws readers' attention towards itself. That you read and you are drawn to the text. That's why you say, what a beautiful poem. That's why you say, what a beautiful song. That's why you say, what a beautiful story. So literary writings, the difference is that this is the text, for example. So as you read, your attention is drawn toward the text, not outside the text. A referential language takes your attention away from the text to the world. For example, if I make a diagram, let me write, this is a book. Right? Now, you are a reader. So, your attention is drawn to the book. Right? Now, suppose this is newspaper, today's broadsheet newspaper. You are reading newspaper. Now, as you read newspaper, your attention is drawn from outside the newspaper. If it says, a taxi fell into Trishuli river, now you will go get out of the newspaper and you will remember, where is Trishuli, where is river, what is taxi, what happened. So, referential language that aims to inform you about something, it takes your attention away from the text into the real world. Into the real world. Into the real world. You read newspaper and you connect it to the real world incidents, right? That is a referential use of language. In emotive use of language, you are outside, you come into the book, and what does the book have? This book has imaginary world. As you read a novel, for example, a novel has a place. For example, if you read Thomas Hardy's famous novel, The Mayor of Canterbury. Have you heard about it? No? Read Hardy's novels, you will love. Thomas Hardy's Mayor of Canterbury. It It takes place in an imagined town named Casterbridge in England. Thomas Hardy imagines a landscape called Sussex and around that area, and all his characters, incidents happen over that area. That's an imaginary place. So in a novel, you have imagined country, you have imagined towns and villages and cities, you have imagined people, you have imagined objects, and they do things. And as you read the novel, you enter the world of the writer. As you read a story, you get into his world. And chances are you will enjoy being there. Chances are you will enjoy being there. Sometimes you will sob reading the novel, tears will drop. Sometimes you will get angry reading the novel. The novel will stir your emotions. The novel will stir your emotions. There is a novel by Jane Austen named Sense and Sensibility. Two sisters fall in love with the same person, I don't know, but probably. And the sister whose name is Sense, she works by the head. And the sister whose name is Sensibility, she works by the heart. Heart means emotion. Head means rationality, reasoning. Two sisters fall in love, but they look at love from the head and from the heart. Wonderful novel. I just told you two novels with the hope that you might pick them up and read them. Right? If you love reading, read. Okay. So this course has literary readings. And I briefly told you what is literary writing, very briefly, right? And when you say literary, you remember there are poems, right? There are plays, right? There are movies, right? There are documentaries, there are novels, there are essays, prose, there are poetry, prose, play, movies, novels, essays, etc. Right? Organized under 5 themes, contexts. There are many ways to develop a curriculum. And those who prepare a curriculum decide what approach to take. And this curriculum takes the thematic approach. What is a theme? Theme is an idea that is dominantly present in a piece of writing. Remember any text you read last year? For example, you read Funju Free by Manju Shri last year. And the theme of that text is identity. The narrator is in Canada and she is being called by the receptionist with a name, and the receptionist can't pronounce her name properly, and she begins her story and tells how, as she moved from country to country with her father, who was a diplomat, she had difficulty in identifying who she is. And at one point she says that I hated Nepalese culture, I hated Nepalese customs and traditions, and I imagine I'm not a Nepali. Right? So that has the theme of identity, who I am. You read Langadaku Sati by Lain Singh Bangdel. The theme of that is compassion, for example. Compassion. Boundless love for animals and people. Right? So theme. Okay, for example, what are the themes here? One theme is storytelling in business, because you are business students. So how can you tell stories in business? I was teaching communication to 3rd semester, last semester. And at one point we read that today in the market, business houses, companies require excellent writers to write business stories for advertisement. For example, if you open a company and you launch a website for the company, for your audience, for your customers, so you will like to write most effective way about your product. So you need someone who can create a story about your product. Right? Just simply saying, I have Everest honey, please buy it. No, they will tell a story about honey. Right? And when you tell about your honey product in literary way, it appeals people's emotion and they buy. And business is all about emotions. Business is all about emotions. If you can touch someone's emotion, you can sell them. Right? So, storytelling in business, ambition. Shakespeare wrote almost about 40 plays, 39, 38. 4 tragedies are world famous. All are famous. There are 4 tragedies. One of them is Macbeth, if you have heard about it. You can watch on YouTube. There are BBC plays. BBC has reproduced Shakespeare's plays, Macbeth, in which Macbeth is a commander-in-chief and he murders the king to become himself the king. And then later he is destroyed. Ambition, desire to become something. Right? And you know, ambition is good. If you have no ambition, you are like a lamp without fire. If you have no ambition, you are a stove without fire. You are a stone without that spark. A person without ambition is like a stone without spark. Look, I hit nothing, there is no spark. If I hit two stones, there will be a spark. But over ambition destroys you. Ambition is necessary. You must be ambitious. I'll achieve this, I'll be here, I'll be this level, I'll achieve this status in life. But over ambition is dangerous. Understand what is acceptable, reasonable ambition. Right? Then you have success and happiness. Success brings happiness. You read last year, what was that story about share? Or the story in which somebody spends money in paper. Look how how there is no happiness because there is over ambition. There is over ambition about earning money. And that brings unhappiness, right? So success brings happiness. Inter-cross-cultural communication. You read, Where Do We Stand, I guess, right? Last year. Which talks about how people in different cultures use space. Right? Then negotiation and persuasion. If you are a business person, if a customer comes to the shop, he negotiates price with you and you persuade him to buy your item. Right? Negotiation, persuasion, and critical thinking. What is critical thinking? What is thinking? We all think. We are thinking animals. The big difference between human beings and other creatures is that human beings say that they are thinking animals. Animals that think. But the problem is, we must know how to think in an organized way. We must know how to think in an organized way. There's a wonderful book you can pick up and read. I'll recommend. It's 200-page book. You can just get the book and read whatever you want to. It's a wonderful book. It will develop you. The book's name is Critical Thinking. And the writer's name is Alec Fisher. I guess the spelling must be A-L-E-K. I'm not sure. Fisher, F-I-S-H-E-R. Alec Fisher, Critical Thinking. It's a wonderful book to be introduced to critical thinking. And I'll recommend you highly read it because it will make you smart in this today's world. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is somebody says something to you, right? I said critical thinking is a very useful discipline. I said something to you. I said, read critical thinking. Now, your job is ask a question, why? Divakar sir, why should I read? Critical thinking is raising questions on what people say to you. Critical thinking is beginning with doubt about what people say to you. Somebody says something, and you say, what is the proof to believe you? Critical thinking is looking for evidence before you believe. You go to buy this bag she is selling. I'm a customer, she's the shopkeeper. And she shows me this bag, says, sir, this is the best bag in the town. I check, I do like this. I'm feeling the fabric. And I say, no, this is too much polyester. It's not good. This is critical thinking. She said, this is the best bag. Believe. And I'm cross-checking, I'm verifying with evidence. I say, I rub my thumb like this. And this is polyester, it's not good. It will feel too hot if I carry. No, it's not good for my body, physical health. It's unhygienic cloth. Look what I'm doing. I'm verifying her claim with evidence. And I say, no, I won't buy, I'll go to the next shop. I'm a critical thinker. If I was not a critical thinker, I'll go to a shop. Oh, cute girl. I look at her, beautiful. And I buy the bag and move. That's not being a critical thinker. It happens. Don't you believe many people buy simply because of salespeople? Right? That's why in gold shops, they have girls to sell gold. Right? So that's not being critical thinker. Yeah, sorry for this funny example. So critical thinking is cross-checking before you believe. Critical thinking is verifying for evidence and reason before you accept what people say. Okay? Creativity and innovation. Critical and creative, they are just opposite each other. Critical and creative. What is creativity? This class is not creative today, you can see. Because I'm teaching from my side, I'm speaking too much, you're silent. So this is not a creative class. If I had used a new method to teach you today, it will be creative. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds and you think what may be the meaning of creative.
Thinking same thing.
Okay, in your copy, take your pen, and in your copy write, being creative means, and complete the sentence. Right, being creative means, and complete the sentence. Just write, being creative means, and complete the sentence. Quickly. You can use mobile phone, you can use dictionary, you can Google. I give you a few minutes time. You can turn on data, you can use Google. So please, I have a question. I don't know what is creativity. I don't know what is creativity and innovation. And I give you 5 minutes time. You Google, use internet. And for Divakar sir, write the definition of creativity and innovation. 5 minute time. You are given 5 minutes. You are given 5 minute time. In 5 minutes, you can Google. If you want, you can Google. If necessary, find a definition of creativity and innovation and then write it for me. I don't know what is creativity, I don't know what is innovation. So I want you to help me. You can use internet, you can Google. Find the definition of what is being creative and write for me. Don't worry about my camera. I hope you are habituated by now, right? It's my habit. I'm not filming your face. I'm filming only your activity. I will avoid filming your face, and if I have to film your face, I'll seek your permission. Done? Okay. So read out your definition. Yeah. Read it.
Creativity is the ability to think of new ideas and come up with unique solutions. Innovation is the process of turning those ideas into practical and valuable outcomes.
Okay. Thank you. You read your definition. Read it. Just read the definition. You don't need to stand up. Read it aloud.
Creativity is having the ability to be able to create something, being able to make something, and innovation is developing something that is new or hasn't been done before.
Okay. Okay. I'll walk out of class for a few seconds, and I want to check your creativity. In my absence, you will change your sitting position. You don't need to change the desks, but I want you to rearrange how you're sitting. And you will show me that you are sitting in a very creative way, different way. Not like you used to sit normally in class. So I'll go outside class. I'll give you 1 minute time. And in 1 minute, you will decide how to sit. And you will show me some creativity in that pattern of sitting. Did you get my instruction? Okay? So I'll be out of class, and when I get in, I must see you sitting in a different way, and that must be creative. So here it goes. Okay. Hope you have done that. Okay. Okay. Now, as I look at you, I do not see much change, right, as compared to previous sitting. Now, I would like to talk to this group, and you just tell me what changes you made in this sitting. What changes you made?
I was sitting previously here, and I tilted this desk here and I sat here.
Okay, what is the difference between sitting this way and the previous way? What is the difference?
We can study
Yeah?
all together.
Okay, you can face each other. You are facing each other. And when you face each other, do you see there are more chances of communication, right? You interact more, better. So now I see that this is being creative. I appreciate. And you will see in Western universities, most of our students sit like this. There's a round table, they sit together. And when you sit like this, you can have a group work also, right? A teacher can assign something for 4 people. I appreciate that. Okay. What is the difference between this way of sitting and previous way? Yeah?
Previously I faced the board, now I face my friend.
Pardon?
I faced the board previously, now I face
Okay. Previously you were facing the board, now you're facing your friends. Is it helpful or not helpful? This sitting?
It may be helpful.
Yeah? It may be helpful. In what way? In what way can this way of sitting may be helpful?
Communicating, or engineering.
Okay. Now I okay. Did your teacher do something creative in this class? He changed the way he was teaching. For example, previously he was explaining everything on his own on the board. You were listening. But now he said, take out a mobile phone, log into internet, browse, search, write. Now you see, you were active. You were browsing. You were reading on the screen. You were making notes. Right? So do you see, previously the class was teacher-centered. And now probably it is less teacher-centered. It is more learner-centered. So creative is being different. Creative is doing things in a new way. Thank you. You can now come and look at me. Thank you. I just thought I should do something different. Okay. So, okay. Theme 1, theme 2, theme 3. No, just a minute. We have storytelling in business. 1. Ambition, success and happiness. 2. Cross-cultural communication. 3. Negotiation and persuasion. 4. Critical thinking, creativity and innovation. 5. These are 5 themes, right? Then we have something else. Besides the 5 things, what is else? Another major component in the course is, what is that? What is the next component? Academic writing. What is academic writing?
Writing by resource.
The writing that you do in this class is academic writing. The writing that you do in the classroom is academic writing. What kind of writings do you do in the classroom? Right now, for example, you are making lecture notes, right? Aren't you?
Yes.
Your English teacher is explaining something and you're making a note. So lecture notes are academic writing, right? Sometimes you might be summarizing a lesson, right? That's academic writing. Recently you took exam, right? And in the exam, you wrote exam essays. That's academic writing. Some of you or many of you submitted assignment last time in which you made multiple choice questions, you made short answer questions, you made long answer questions, you made summaries. That's academic writing. Right? So, academic writing is writing that you do in the academy. And what does academy mean? Academy means school, college, university. And you will see that mostly, not always, academic writing involves writing essays. Mostly academic writing is essays, not 100%. And you know, some of these essays will be short, some long. Right? For example, if you write a term paper, a paper that you write as part of your term in the college. You have a term, 6 months term, you're studying semester. And teacher says, okay, produce a paper of 10 pages on this topic. That's a term paper. That's academic writing. And you will see that most of the time, academic writing is based on research. Academic writing makes an argument. It uses critical thinking. The rest we will explore. So what we did in this class today in the last 30 minutes, we were reading our course description, right? We try to understand what is in this course. Okay, let's move ahead and go to course objectives. What may be the purpose of this course? Familiarize the learners with some major themes in literary text to enhance the language. Look, what is the aim? Language skill. What are the language skills? What are the 4 language skills? What do you do when you say, I know the language? You speak. You speak. Okay, you rightly said. You speak. What am I doing on the whiteboard? Writing. You write. And I said, what am I doing on the whiteboard? You listened, right? And then you responded. You listen. What is there? What have I written here? What have I written? Read this. What have I written? Right now you are doing? Read. So these are the 4 language skills. Reading, writing, listening, speaking. Look, read, write go together. Read is receptive skill. Write is productive skill. Listen is receptive skill. Speak is productive skill. When you get ideas, you are receiving. You listen, receptive skill. You speak, productive skill. These are the 4 language skills. And if you want to be good at English, you must practice all of them. Okay. Enhance the learner's critical and creative thinking. Another aim is, the course aims to build up your critical thinking ability and creative thinking abilities, impart knowledge, skills, to enhance your ability to produce sound academic writing. Look, it aims to enable you to produce good academic writing. What is sound academic writing? One that is based on good research, one that is properly organized, one that follows the conventions and rules of academic writing community, one that makes good reasoning in argument, one that has minimum language problems, for example. Okay. Now we get into the learning units. How many units are there? Let's check. Unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many units are there? 6. How many units? 6. Okay. In unit 1, what is the theme? What is the theme in unit 1? What is the theme? Storytelling in business. And what is the first story? Dawn. By whom? Phil Knight. For example, let me show you, I guess we have here. Dawn by Phil Knight. Here is Shoe Dog, Phil Knight, a memoir by creator of Nike. What is memoir? Memoir is, in a sense, partly non-fiction, where you remember and write about what happened in your life. Memoirs are personal writings, autobiographical writings. For example, last year's Funju Free by Manju Shri is a memoir. Right? So you have this Shoe Dog, a memoir by creator of Nike, written by Phil Knight. There's a quotation. What is that? In the beginner's In the beginner's mind there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind there are few. When you begin something, there are lots of possibilities in your mind. I'll do this, I'll do that, right? But when you become expert, there are few possibilities. It's always good to be a beginner than being an expert. Try to be a beginner than being an expert. When you say I'm expert, you are limiting your knowledge. When you say I'm beginner, you are exploring imagination. Right? Okay. Good quotation. Zen mind, beginners. You know about Zen philosophy? Japanese Zen philosophy it's about minimalism, doing something in little effort. Have you seen Zen cars? Maruti Zen car? It's a small car. In a small size, you have everything. Zen is about smallness or a short brevity. Okay. I don't know much about Zen philosophy. So here we have the section. Now, let me assign it for tomorrow's class. So this time, last year I began from the roll number 1. This time I'll begin from last roll number. Because last year many people did not present. So this time we'll move from the last roll number. So today we have, among the present, we have Sanskriti and Luniva. So you two people present the first text tomorrow. Yeah. Now our vehicle is moving on the highway now. Tomorrow we'll start. So Sanskriti and Luniva will present this text tomorrow, the first text. You can take my help if you need. You can message me. You have whole day, you have whole night. Prepare and present. Gradually, when more people come in tomorrow's class, I'll assign other lessons to people who come next. So, what else? I showed you the first text. Let me explore more. Okay, let's check some more texts in our course. So we have Dawn by Phil Knight, that is already assigned to Sanskriti and Luniva. Atari and India, elements of a story. Then you need to, okay, let's talk about this thing. What are the elements of a story? See, when you read a story, you have setting, that means time, place, atmosphere. Then you have characters, right? Then you have action, you have dialogue, you have theme, you have conflict, etc. Then you need two. What is him you need two? Ambition, success, and happiness. And what are the texts? The laughing heart, on happiness, death of salesman. I guess all these texts are in the PDF file. If you do not find some text in the compilation, you Google it and you will find most of them. So I stop here. Any questions you want to ask me? How about you opening your video blogs? Video blogs. You open a channel on YouTube, and on that channel, from time to time, you post your videos on certain things. You might film something and post it for people to watch. You might speak on camera and post it. And I want to use this video blog as a medium of homework assignment. So you will speak on camera about your understanding of a lesson. You will post it and you will send me the link in my message box. So I've done the assignment. Here is my video blog. Here is the link. I'll just watch at home and then judge your progress. That way you will be familiar with digital world. You will get digital skills also. They are required. In future you might need to do more of that kind of work, digital creation. How about that? So can I be sure that these 2, 5, 6, 10 people tomorrow come and tell me, Divakar sir, here is my video blog, this is my address. This afternoon, simple, log into YouTube, open a channel, give it a beautiful catchy name. Give it a beautiful catchy name and share that name with me and upload a content, any content, a short video, 10-second video, 1-minute video, 2-minute video, and let me watch. In future, I want you to do video blogging. What is video blogging? There are two ways. You take a camera, shoot anything and post. One. Second, sit before the camera like me as I do in the class. And then on the camera, say something about the class, English class. This afternoon go home and speak 10 minutes about today's English class. Divakar sir came to class today at this time and he introduced us about English course and he told blah 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 blah. And post it. That will improve your spoken English because it will give you an opportunity to speak English. That will make you conscious about appearance because you will see yourself on the camera. That will reduce your fear of camera. That will bolster your confidence because you can speak on camera. And when you make it public, people watch. And gradually you will have more and more confidence about public speaking. Because you make yourself public. I know many of you are shy. I know many of you have problem when you face a camera. But I want you to remove that shyness of camera, unease of camera, by beginning digital creation. So tomorrow I'll ask each of you, what's your blog? Not B-L-O-G, but B-L-O-G. Yeah. Not blog, blog. In blog, you write verbally. In blog, you write visually. Okay? So I stop here. Any questions you want to ask me? Thank you. So let me stop the camera. Thank you.